Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. In between the last episode and this one, I made a lot of changes, and it's mostly stuff that I thought, I started recording an episode of it and I thought, it's a lot of boring stuff. You guys won't enjoy that, the hours and hours that I took to redo our rail network and start work on a new power distribution network now that we've got nuclear power up and running. All the way in the distance over there, you can see our nuclear power plant producing tons of more power for us. So let's quickly run over what has changed. I have created an additional bypass train track over here with tons of storage into the border post over here. So basically, we've just got a standard double track. This one then splits into 3 tracks quite early with all the appropriate signals. You can see I'm using a lot of chain signals over here so that we can channel the trains into waiting areas over here. Then they wait for their turn to go in there, and when they've unloaded, they move out into the opposite direction. So this has a lot of capacity to go and export and wait and all these kind of things. So what I've done is I've removed the previous line that we had running down here, and I've added a new main line with very little interaction. So our interaction point over here is so that we can get our distribution done. And I also noticed that I need a train to get into the steel plant every now and again, or the steel mill every now and again, and so that can form part of this intersection over there. Till this point in time, it's been working pretty well. So some of the key features now is the new bypass now actually runs towards Suez over here and Prostilevo over there, and we'll have a look at that. So we cross the river over here, and we allow, if you can check this out, we can allow the split only in this direction. So you can't actually come from here to go into that direction. So we split only into this direction, and then you meet the rest of the line over here. What I've also done with things like our rail construction facility, railway production line, is I've taken out a lot of these rails that was kind of part of one line, and I've just gone to a single intersection over here that's also shared with the rail construction office and its supply facilities over there. So basically you get in here and you split either to unload our staff here, or you come to the warehouse and the open storage over here to go and pick up. But yeah, one vehicle at a time into this area with only a singular little intersection over there. I'm still contemplating cleaning up the rest of this, but I think if we've got low enough number of trains operating in here, it shouldn't be too ineffective. And now our mainline traffic to the border post will not be running through here at all anymore. You can't even get there. Okay, now we'll cross the river towards Suez, the town of Suez over here, which I believe I've built a few more extra things over here, because someone rightly pointed out in the comments that the over 21 population is a big issue, and that's where most of our escapes come from. If that's too big, people start escaping, and so I am trying to make an effort to make sure we constantly move more people out. Okay, so the railway coming from this line comes into here, and as you can see, I've revamped this entire intersection into something very simple and small. So that we have only this interaction point over here, and then it continues, and the rest is still over there. We no longer deliver workers via that route down there. We have now a new little single line that goes through there to deliver workers to this facility. The other workers gets delivered via this loop to the nuclear facility over here. So a lot less interaction on the main line over here. If this still is busy and doesn't work, what we can do is we can start doing bridges and things like that to alleviate that concern. Potentially we can bypass the main line by putting it on a bridge over the top of all of this, something like that. We'll see about if that is actually necessary or not. But for the time being, it is working pretty well. Up here, we've still got that same roundabout. I have, however, decided to not have the pass-through anymore, so that's in and out, so that we don't have unnecessary traffic try and get through there. Also, I've taken out this interaction over here. Now it's a one-way into that situation right there, or a one-way into here, into the bypass. We can still potentially bypass all of this a little bit better, but I don't know if that is necessary. We will double-check that a little bit more. What else did we do? Yes, hang on. So we, over here, we're also still busy building some new buildings for our people. I believe prefab panels is a little bit missing. Again, it's in an attempt to make sure that there is additional housing for the over 21s. I made a lot of my intersections a little bit smaller, and then if we get to our main town of Lubyansk, and it's kind of a other component of Kirarush, you can see I've started building more housing over here. To keep with the character of what we've got here, I've decided to go with the lower level brick houses. That is actually really, really nice. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty fancy stuff right there. This is worthy of a capital building. Of our capital. It's worthy of our capital. So, we've got some big stuff here. And I've also started, and actually finished it because of me fuffing around with the rail. We finished our very first super arch bridge across the river towards our main capital city over here. And I think in this episode, what we can do is we can go ahead and build the other one also. I think that's going to be good. Last chance to buy. We do want to set up some stuff for our car production. Okay, now over here we're doing tons now of crops. So crops is pretty good. You can see we've got 2,000 tons stored over here, and we are producing a lot of food. We've actually got too much crops in here at the moment, which I've since cancelled because I would like us to store more food here instead. Anyway, our distribution facilities are up. And it means that a lot of our facilities here are supposedly stocked up with food. Yeah, absolutely, stocked up with food. Actually, to be honest, let's quickly pop into the distribution and say, well, as long as there's not 90%, you should keep going. So there goes our trucks to go and continue filling up the facilities. So that's distributing at the moment, only distributing food to the shopping center and to our little grocery store over there. I do want us to set up something fancy in the center of town over here. Maybe what we'll do is we'll see about demolishing a little bit of something over here to create a nice area in here as the center of town. I think that's something that we could actually work on in this episode. I also had super cool comments about ideas about putting the Palace of the Soviet over here. And I think it's a great idea. I think there might be a little bit issues with the model, but I am absolutely open to that idea. I'm going to think about it, where exactly we can put something like that. If there's anything else as grandiose as that, please let me know, because I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to do something that's really a tribute to our Soviet nation over here. And I've actually been to the site where the Palace of the Soviet should have been in Moscow. I think it's a cathedral at the moment where they were starting the building for the Palace of the Soviet. It's actually awesome if you've actually been there and seen the history. And so then a little bit of a homage of that in our little town over here would be absolutely cool. Okay, now the other thing that I've done, and I've done so many things. This is what I like about Tycoon games, is that there's so much stuff you can constantly be improving that you just never run out of stuff to do. I started work on our distribution network. So we've got one line running to the border to sell power over there. And now we've got some real big high voltage lines running all over the show. So if you go into this direction, we've got a double 18 megawatt running through here. You would have known we had this line that ran from the coal to the border. I split it over here, and we had one of them run into this direction and the other one continue along that way. So now we're exporting to that border as well. And if we have a quick look at that, our power exports number should be going really quickly. It should be really growing. Yeah, I mean, that number is just constantly running. So that's awesome. I do like that a lot. And look at our money, guys. We're over 20 million rubles, so we don't need to go take it easy on what we're building. The other one I'm splitting over here to run back towards the coal power plant over there. And along the way, I do want us to redo distribution. So I did a switch in here. So what I can do is, there's obviously 18 megawatts coming in and 18 megawatts going that way. But I thought what I'd do is I'd split off a few megawatts to power this entire area from the nuclear power plant. So a new distribution network over here would be quite useful. So these residential buildings. Okay. Let's before I get back, I'm going to come back over here and we're going to quickly do some distribution. But let's just quickly say, so the other bit that I've done is I've run some of these guys. The other two I've run all the way up to our capital along the river over here. And as you can see, these lines are pretty expensive to build, but wasn't a problem for us with all of our super powerful economy. What I've run one to this side to kind of feed this side, the other one to that side, and it can feed much more than these little towns, I can tell you that much. So we've run it in here, I've split it, we've got a transformer that runs into medium voltage, and the medium voltage runs into town to distribute into here, over there, over there, over there, in here, over there, and there's a few over here that's still being powered by the coal. But anyway, that's kind of the idea. So the other part of this I would like to run into this direction and probably tie it in there actually, so that it can forget about, so that we can do the transformer and power the rest of this all with the nuclear, and we can drop the power from the coal plant. At some point I could potentially stop using coal power, but at the moment it's not. I think we can still let it go. This still needs to continue into this distribution over here. So there we go. So let's quickly move all the way back to our starting little town of Bibrisk over here. I keep saying Bibrich over here, and let's have a quick look. If I take any one of these buildings, right, how much power do they actually require? It's just over 0.1 megawatt. And these guys, they're a bit lower, right? They're like, ooh, we've got some fluctuating power over here. Wow. Yeah, there's some big issues with the power here. I'm not too sure what's going on. Okay, I wonder if it's because I'm into this. Okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll have a look. So if I roughly take about 0.1 megawatts per building, right? And all of them will have slightly different numbers. Wow, that's very low. That is very low. Yeah, I don't know. There's something funny with our power situation going on over here. We have probably having brownouts and stuff going on now. Okay, so that just means it. So if we take 0.1 per building, and this will obviously be a little, actually even that. Anyway, 0.1 per building as a rough rule of thumb. These guys will be a little bit more. No, even that. 0.1. Oh, the maximum wattage is shown over there. 0.1, 0.1, just over 0.1. Just, ooh, 0.3 actually. Ooh, for those guys. These ones, ooh, almost 0.2. Okay, well, as a rule of thumb, we're going to start with 0.1 and see if we can deal with that. So let's just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this area over here, if we can actually reach all of that, can be probably served by a single transformer, making use of the 0.1 of the 1.5 over here. Yeah, this is definitely wrong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let's demolish some of these things, and I've done a lot of this kind of stuff in between episodes, so you can see a little bit of what I'm trying to do over here. So we'll do that. The other one, there's another one over here. We'll bring all of these lines down to the nuclear and make use of the nuclear one. So maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Okay, like that. So over here, what we'll do is we'll split it off. We'll put a bit of a transformer somewhere in here, and the transformer will then run to all of our power distribution facilities in here. So give me a power transformer, and we'll do, I think, it about here somewhere. How many is up here? There's only one up here. There's nothing more towards this side, right? But there are a few towards this side, I would imagine. Yeah, there's one over there. Okay, so we'll have 3. Okay, exactly. So what we'll do is we'll run 3, and the other 3 will run in the other direction. So what I'll do is I'll place one over there, and I'll build it. So it's already been built. And then what we're going to do is we are going to run power along the rails. Actually, before we do that, let's get the high voltage, and I only want to take off. Okay, so let's see. If we do one over here, we may actually need a little bit more. We may actually need a little bit more than just 10 megawatts, or I mean 9 megawatts. If we split it, excuse me, if we split this 18 megawatts into 9 coming into this area and 9 going up here. Yeah, I was thinking the other 9 can come and do this thing over here. So maybe what we should do is we should put the other transformer over here and then pull 2 of those wires into this direction instead. One here and one there, even though these probably don't need as many. They're just, okay, that's fine. So we've got the one over there. Let's get a 10 megawatt. We're going to run a 10 megawatt into there. As simple as that. There we go. And we will find ourselves some medium voltage stuff. And I'm actually not going to run in here. What I'll do is I will run 2 of them into this general direction. Ooh, that's not good. Anyway, let's get it up here and run it up along the rail. Same thing we're going to do with this guy. We're going to run that up along the rail over there. At the moment, bear in mind, we're not running any power over here. So let's run. Where are we going to do this? We need to bypass that. So let's run it up to there. And now my question is, do we run the other one alongside it on this side, or do we go wide up to where exactly? I'm not too sure where we should be going. Actually, there's only one here. Is there really nothing up here? There has to be a transformer up here somewhere. Okay, let's cancel that for a second. Where are you getting power from? There is a transformer up here. Ha ha ha! I knew it. I knew it. Okay, well let's run this one up along the rail, and then we'll cut across there. Ooh, now we're running into this. So we'll run behind there, up here, and over the intersection there. We can run under that, so that's okay. Where did I lose it? Over there. Let's run it up the road here to about there. I don't want to connect there. I want to run underneath. Honestly, you should be able to run underneath here, right? Yeah, there we go. Run underneath there. We'll go over there a little bit, and then we'll come here and make our turn. Okay, let's quickly cut out some of these. That's not good. Trim that back a little bit. We'll take the turn a little wider. Like so, like so, like so. There we go. So now that section should be powered again. The other one, we're running up here, across there, up here, and in there. So now that's powered again. Then I would like to run one of these. Okay, let's just quickly have a look. Is there another power transformer? There should be plenty, and I'm just not seeing them. There's definitely one down here somewhere. Okay, that's it. There, it is one. Let's see. Where is this guy drawing his power from? Oh, from there. And this guy? Also. Okay, awesome stuff. Okay. So what I'll do is I will run one to here along that path. Okay? Okay, so let's see if we run one up here, in between there, up here, across the road. These slightly smaller ones just run so much better. Oops. Really? You don't want to let me? Okay, fine. We'll run it through there, through there, through there. Alongside the road is probably pretty good. So we're installing new power. And we'll probably have to run... It's probably not going to work. Unless I pull it back and we try and turn it this way. No, we're probably better off running it a little bit like this. Like that. And what we'll do is we'll quickly clear out these. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it did. Look at that. A little spiral of power cables over there. So now all of this, ooh, there's one more over here, and we'll just run that one up. Just like so, and we'll do that, and we'll tie it in over there. So now all of this town is now powered from the nuclear facility, and let's quickly see if all of that is now a little bit more stable. Look at that. Very stable. Very stable. Operating not on maximum power, which I don't quite get why. Maybe it needs to be night, and I'm not playing in night mode. So anyway, that's fine. So that means that's good. Now what we can do is we can also run some more over in this area. But what I'll do is, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. Let me end it there, and I won't bore you with the rest of the power distribution. So that's effectively what I'm going to do with all of our towns, just to get them onto the nuclear power, because it's just going to be so much more effective. Another thing that we need to do is, as you can see, we have a lot of nuclear waste starting to stack over here. Lots of these casks, 1.6 tons of nuclear waste, and we need to get rid of that somehow. We can obviously build, I think we can build storage facilities for nuclear waste. It's the vehicle storage, I believe. If we go to roads, storage for... Somewhere there was storage for vehicles. It's under engineering. There's something that's not always obvious here. Space for vehicles. So this thing, we can actually stack that with nuclear waste, I believe. Ooh, a small space for vehicles. Anyway, we can do that. But I don't think so. I think we're just going to leave it here, and we're going to get rid of it. I don't want us to be... we've got the money so that we can pay one of our neighbors to take it. That's what we're going to do. And we can... Where are we from the NATO border? Maybe we can sell it to NATO. My goodness, where am I? Okay, so this is still a Soviet border. Ooh, the NATO border is all the way over there. Okay, for the time being, because I don't want a nuclear disaster over here, I'm going to sell it to our neighbor Brinsk over here. So Brinsk, you're going to have to take on all of our nuclear waste, and we'll pay you handsomely for that. Don't worry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy us... we have one. Okay, so what I need to do... the uranium plant... No, that's not one. Okay, we need to add the nuclear reactor to this. So let's add the nuclear reactor to our distribution facility, please. There we go. Nuclear reactor added. And then the border over there. And I've built this new road to the border as well. Just by the way, FYI. Let's just pause the game. I don't want stuff to be running all the time now. Okay. So from the single reactor, I want you to come and load, and I want you to unload at the border, but I want you to... Can we? We've got a... Why can't we... That's a little weird. That is a little weird. Okay, maybe that's not going to work. I can't actually find what we need there. Okay, what I'll do is let's get rid of that. Let's not do that. Let's not worry about it. And I think we're now already moving people to do some stuff. I want to grab this vehicle, right? And I want to assign it over here. We'll try and use it a little bit differently. Yeah, now they're already on the ball doing the stuff that I asked them not to do. Well, sending some stuff. Okay, now with that one over here, what we'll do is we will effectively run this guy out over there, and then we will run it out into that way. I don't think distribution can work well that way. Anyway, so at the single reactor, what you're going to do, you're going to come and you're going to load vehicles/containers. That is what it is. And over here, you're going to unload vehicles/containers. That's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You're going to run back and forth doing that. Start. One vehicle is assigned to do that. We should be running empty most of the time because those things are so... It takes so long for us to generate any of that nuclear waste. But I do want to see, we'll follow that guy and see when we actually get to the border, how that actually works. So we can probably cut through here when we do the border thing. And while we're at it, let's quickly do an upgrade of this road, just because we can. And we've got the money, and we want things to happen smoothly and effectively. So we'll do that over there. Well, actually that little section was probably not necessary. Over there, up here, and up there, and there we go. All of that road should be done. Nice. So now there's can do a little bit of this as well, and actually tie in that entire section straight through there all an asphalt, so that our vehicles can go a little quicker. Now over here, what's happened? You went and you did not load anything, did you? Why is that? Oh, you're still... Oh, you're out of fuel, for crying out loud. You're out of fuel, that's the thing. That's why you didn't load anything, because you're out of fuel. And now you're going back to the fueling station. Fine. Go back to the fueling station. You can come back and we'll sort you out later. Everything else is still working properly. Our new setup of simplified rail and intersections is really so much cooler. I was overthinking it completely previously. You just need to keep it simple. Look at this guy all the way over here to come and filled up, and there we go. Ooh, what's this guy? We don't even know. We should probably start building better locomotives. We're constantly building the same electric locomotive all the time. Ooh, look at this. We've got so much uranium oxide here. We can actually start selling nuclear fuel for massive amounts of money also. What is the going rate? Actually, let's quickly have a look. Nuclear fuel, we can sell at... Whoa! $1 million per ton? That is crazy. The nuclear waste we're going to sell for, 8,000. 8,000. It's going to cost us 8,000 rubles roughly per ton. So I'm quite comfortable to let go of these 3 tons, 1.8 tons of nuclear waste at that price. I mean, come on. What we can have a look at is see if that is already causing us some problems with the dosimeter. If I zoom in, does this make any difference? I mean, this dosimeter isn't doing anything. Is there any way up above the cooling tower? Over here? Nothing? Am I using it right? No idea. Anyway, let's quickly have a look at our truck now. Truck is popping in here. It should be loading up all of those things. Oh yeah, look at it. Nuclear waste. Only 3? Is that the max you can take? Oh, it's 0.6 tons, yeah? Only 3. Let's have a look. Oh, I want to see. Look at that. Our truck with nuclear waste. Woohoo! I like it. I absolutely love it. Nuclear waste, there we go. Nice. Okay. We will keep an eye on that. That should be... Oh, that's not even going to be 10,000. 8,000. That's 0.6 of that, of around 8,000. So... What is that going to be? 5,000 rubles or something that we're going to pay to get rid of that waste? That's a no-brainer. We're going to do that every time. instead of blighting our own lands over here. Okay, some of the things that we need to do is we do honestly need to get places for these guys to go and stay. And so one of the things that I would like us to do is expand this area a little bit. I'm also thinking we could do maybe another railway station up here somewhere. We're also powering from coal still in this town, which is something that we need to take care of. So let me see about grabbing an extra railway station, and we'll build some of this with rubles, just so that we make sure we get all of that sorted. That's a cargo station, though. The train platform is like this. I want to be I want to be mindful that we don't want to be too close to the main line. So the main line is going to run over here. To be honest, we'll probably do a few. I don't know. The main line. The road, it doesn't bother the road too much. These guys over here can't actually walk there anymore. So what we need to do is we need to find, actually maybe somewhere over here is a pretty decent spot to cover any of the others. Okay, so let's put a train platform right over here. And we're building that straight away. For the time being, we will... Can we please get rid of that tooltip so I can see what I'm doing? Okay, for the time being, I would like us to tie this in. Oh, too steep of a descent, of an ascent. Oh, it's a little bit on the ridge over there. Okay, well, let's see. We should be able to maybe alleviate some of that a little. Oh yeah, that was fine. It was just a little ridge. Okay, okay, can we zoom that out a little? I just want to see this piece as straight as possible. So if we do a little something like this, we should be able to tie in there without too much of a, and we may not actually you know, continue with this. We may actually do a little bit of a different line. We may not interact with our main line at all, because this will be a passenger rail kind of situation. All I want to do is make room for it while we plan out the rest of the buildings and stuff. So what I'll also do is I'll run it a little bit forward. Well, to be honest, what we actually want to do is we want to make sure that we've got something like this going. Actually, yeah, we can have space over here. Let's do a little something like that, and then we'll see about we'll do a bit of a teardrop like that. So the teardrop can do that thing. Oh, okay. Not quite what I had in mind. Anyway, that's kind of the setup that I've got going on over here now. So let's get some roads. I'm gonna go with the fancy roads. So we'll run one road out there, and then I'll tie it in so that it. Okay, so we want to extend this guy. Definitely want to extend that guy. Okay, what I'll do is I'm gonna trim this guy back a little bit, while I continue this guy straight forward. Yeah, I think that's cool. A bit of urban design there. Then we'll go tie in there, and we'll run straight into. Ooh, and we'll need to, but we will get rid of that as we start messing with our power distribution over here. So that's our a bit of our grid going on right here. Similarly, I would like us to try something here. Maybe run, actually, just one in the middle over there. If we run it somewhere in the middle like this, we should be able to get some buildings on both sides, maybe. We'll do a little something like that. We'll tie in on this side with nice sidewalks. And what we'll do is we'll continue to run this one in this direction. And we'll see how we tie that in a little bit later. What I'm going to continue to do over here is we'll do straight up like so. Then I want to maybe make a turn. Yeah, we're paying for a lot of this stuff now. Okay, there we go. And what we'll do is we'll tie it in right over there. Nice. And similarly, what I'll do is I will tie this one in like so. Nice. Now we can start running more direct routes like that. So that's our main, that's going to be our main grid of main roads over here as we start to expand our town. Okay, that's awesome. I like that idea. Okay, around this has to be like the center hub of stuff. So another thing, okay, we've got a shopping center over there. It's got a pretty decent range distance. So what I'll do is I would like to put another shopping center maybe towards this side over here to kind of feed everybody that can't reach that side. So maybe this spot here will be a good shopping center site. And I'll take the purchase off just for a second so that we can, I want the big shopping center because our people deserve the best. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of this. I'm gonna go ahead and flatten that. I think that spot is awesome. So we're gonna have the network and all those things run there. I'll tie that in. I do like tying these in with little like gravel roads there. I do like that. And then the other bit, and the bit that I need to do is I need to give us some storage. So I would like a meat storage as well as the meat storage as well as a warehouse for food and all the other electronics goods and stuff. So we'll get the modded one, the little small storage. Where is it? Storage. I don't know why I struggle so much with this. Okay, we'll get the small storage over here. And to be honest, because we've got the two, we probably need to, you know, get a little bit of a forklift facility here. So let's start with the forklift facility first. Forklift facility, the 8 one. Oh my goodness, really? Is that really what the 8 one is gonna do that to us? Okay, well then, okay, where's this fire? Distribution office, that's in Suez. That should be fine. We have a few fire stations over here. Okay, well let's start off with the the 4-way. Hang on, yeah, it's just the standard one. The 4-way over there. Okay, we'll get that one going. Then we will make sure to get the big forklift facility, mods forklift facility, the big one. We will squeeze it in. Really? It's not going to work? Oh no. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's try the standard small forklift garage. In here should be fine. Get that in there. Nice, that's going to be fine. And then we'll go and get the modded storage over here. Grab that small one. It's going to be fine. We'll get it a little bit of an access point over there. We'll go to the other storage. We'll get the meat storage. And I'm going to do it like this way, please. Try and get it as compact as possible. There we go, that should be fine. Then we'll have a little bit of a road coming around here. Well, we can actually just have it run all the way around there, actually. Okay, get it to work. Nice. Please don't be funny. Okay, like so. Okay, I think that we should be able to get that to work at some point. I was hoping. No. Does not Want to do it? There we go. We'll do it. Okay, and then we'll just tie these in over here. Oh no, you've got to be kidding me. If that doesn't actually tie in, it's not going to work there. Let's see what can we do about bringing this entire thing up a little bit. I'm hoping by doing something like that, it will in fact help us out. Okay, let's try. Come on. Excellent. Please. Excellent. Perfect. That actually works very well. People shouldn't want to walk to all of that. So there we go. I'm just going to go ahead and pay for all of this. We do want to build a lot of stuff over here. And I do need us to get some of the bits and pieces done quickly. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Over there, over there, over there. And let's pay for all of that. No problem. Let's go to the forklift stuff. And we will, for some reason, I may have to pay for them like this. Okay, that's fine. So now our additional shopping center is ready. Not connected to power or anything like that. Some of the things that we need to do is provide a hospital, a fire station, and lots of places for people to go to school and live and all these kind of things. So there's so much that we need to do here. One of the first things is, let's have a look in the mods. What kind of hospitals do I have? Well, let's start off with a kindergarten. We're going to need a nice big kindergarten somewhere. And fairly central is probably a good idea. So let's do a little something like that. Kindergarten right over there. Not bad. Good walking and all these kind of things. Okay, that's good. That's a good starting point. Then we also need like a fire station and a hospital. Oh, I wanted to look at mods in terms of hospitals. Do we have a village doctor? We have the modified hospital with 2 roads, which I think I'm going to make use of. And we'll put it in like this, right? As soon as I can get it, yeah, that's awesome. I think that is going to be a good way, so we can actually assign them to both sides, and there's a little bit of room maybe for a nice. Just do that, and we'll just do that, and we'll pay for those, and there we go. Nice. So now we've got the hospital, the kindergarten. We over here, I would like us to start running off some fancy buildings. So go to modded, go to residential. We need a school as well. Maybe the school should be up here somewhere. We don't know. I'll have a look at that now. So if we go residential, where is that? Residential. We can do some of the really big ones. Wow, they squeeze in there really nicely. I'm almost tempted that we do that, just because we can do 2 of them that look so well over here. Okay, nice. This is the palace of the people, right? Oh, it's not. Where's the there was a palace of the people. Maybe I misunderstood. This is like 500 people that lives here, right? Yeah, absolutely. Which colors do we have? Let's just go with the it's like a reddish color. Let's do that. Yeah, man, that just squeezes in there so nicely. So let's slot one of them in here, and what I'll do is I'll slot one more right over here with a little bit of spacing. And we're not going to do tons of these, but yeah, 2 of them over here to kind of buffer it a little bit. And we could actually do the other side also. Wow, that would be so many people in close proximity to the station over here. It would be really useful to us, actually. Maybe we should try it. A bit of a nice, ostentatious little road boulevard thing over there. Awesome. Look at that. I think that is going to provide so much. We do that and try. Yeah, absolutely. I like that. That's awesome. So that's not going to be too overwhelming. We'll pay for those. So these guys, my goodness, look at that. That's going to be absolutely awesome. So what are we going to do in between here? We're going to find something awesome. Linen, a big one. Oh yeah, that is. I do like it. As you get dropped off at the station, you've got Lennon watching over you there. That is, man. Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, and as you can see, oh, that is awesome. That is going to look so cool over there. That is going to be, and it's up on a hill. My goodness. Actually, Lennon should almost look to the other side. Look at that. Guys, that is some spectacular housing project over here for our people. This town is going to have tons of room. So that's 2,000 people that can live in this little spot right here. So that's really cool and awesome. Now we're obviously going to need some big time schooling for them. So let's see. Do I have schools that can take tons of kids? Maximum number of workers is 10. So how many kids does that take? I have no idea. A Stalin style school. It seems really small. That seems quite big, but if it's only 10 workers, it really feels like it's not balanced. 20 workers on a small school like that, and then there's this really small school. 5 workers, 2 workers, I don't know, 20 workers seems to be a bit more reasonable. The Stalin style school somewhere, potentially we need more than one, so we could maybe squeeze in one of them. Oh man, that could work really well. Let's squeeze one of them in there and see how that works. And then we've got the kindergarten over there. That should all be pretty close together, working quite well. Nice. That is really cool. I like it. Let's get that built so I can see how many people actually go there. How many? 35. So I think it's pretty much the same as what we've got usually. Okay, so that as a starting point for our new facilities here is awesome. Probably need to look at maybe another road to run somewhere over here. Yeah, this area, I'm loving this area. What we're not leaving room for though is the potential to actually cut through here with a rail to come up here. But what we can do is we can run it through here. Maybe a short rail that runs through there, and we do 1-1. Yeah, maybe something like that to help move people around in our town a little bit. Okay, let's quickly see about getting power distribution in here, because people are going to start living here, I would imagine, fairly soon. Okay, so where can we squeeze in power distribution? I don't want... anyway, we can probably do power distribution right here, actually. Or something like that. Yeah, I think that's about right. I think that's the right call. Have a nice central power distribution network right over there, and what we'll do is we'll see about running power from the other side. Though for the time being, we could potentially run power right here. A mine in Sejov? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's not a mine. That's an oil pump. So that's okay. That should be fine. Let's quickly see. Over here we were building some more buildings. Wow, that takes so much time. They're missing prefab panels over here. What's going on with our prefab panels? Should we start making new prefab panels over here? We've got cement and we've got gravel right over here. So could we do another prefab panel factory there? Is that going to be helpful? Let's quickly see. If we go down here, do we have prefab panels? We've got tons of prefab panels. Where are my related vehicles? There are many vehicles coming here. Are they stuck? Oh, hang on. Only one of them is a train. And the train is running. No. We've got it. This is the prefab top-up, right? So there's another train. Ah, yes. This is the prefab top-up. So it's going to load 100%. And then it'll just slowly go and drop off but it doesn't actually drop off to... Ooh, so from Suez it goes to Polichevo, which is the one... No, it does. That's not the one. Polichevo is... Where is this? Where is this one? Oh, no, that's the line details. Polichevo was... Oh, was up here. Which is fine. That is exactly where they need to go and drop off most of our prefab panels. So let's just drop off a little bit more on your way there. So prefab panels are on the way. It's maybe just not getting enough here. So let's just get a little bit more dropped off there then. Okay? But it might be the fact that the facility is not big enough to handle... well, no, it has to be. Look, we're going to have 210 tons of it. So how much do we need here still? 93 and 17 tons. So it has been coming in. It's just maybe not been as effective. But yeah, we may have to double up on that. Ooh, and here we now have, in fact, have a bit of an issue. And this shouldn't happen, right? If I look at our signals, right? This is a chain. So it got through, and then for some reason this wasn't actually working. What we could do is we could try and put in another signal right over there, which will allow this guy to leave. But we need to bear in mind that that is not the right kind of sizing for us. I think it's just a timing issue on these things sometimes. They kind of hit it at the same time and then they're stuck. This is the Towns line, right? I don't like the Towns line because it's silly. Okay, keep going. There's no point in us stopping you over here. We need you to go into the town, and then I can send you back. Once you've done your turnaround, I can send you back to the depot, because you're really a bit of a waste. You pick up our workers, but you don't actually do anything with them. So let's from there, let's get you to run back to one of our facilities. Yeah, that Towns line. I thought we could get people to move over, but I've been up on the Workers and the Resources Discord, and it seems like there's no. It doesn't actually work that way. People can't actually move themselves. How many? Wow! Look, that number goes up so quickly. Our population is growing tremendously. Let's do a quick round and move some people into our new town. Let's quickly see how many people do we have here. That's over 21. Yeah, tons of them. So what I just typically do is just take the fanciest building, the one with the nicest quality of flats, and we will move people, not over there, to town over here. Ooh, excellent, excellent, excellent. We've got tons of space here now. Shoot out. Fill that one up for us. Fill this one up for us. This one is not filled up. Oh, interesting. It's filled up that one. Any of these? Oops. Not what I wanted to do. I'm slowly moving people back into town. And any of these? They're all pretty much full. Just a handful of spots. Okay, that's good. That should help that out a fair bit. We've got more people in here now. Everybody's getting to where they want to go. That one. Let's fill that one up a little bit. Fill this one up. We'll fill that one up a little bit. All of these guys can get to the bus station, and that's what I want, so that we've got tons of workers. So now that spot is empty. We've got room for 500 people to move in there. So that should have brought that number down a little bit. Wow, only about, well, with about 500, 400. We dropped that number with about 400, so that's okay. It's a helpful start. So now these people need jobs and things over here. We are busy building this, so bricks are actually being delivered over here, but we've already used up all of them. All of them. Let's quickly see over here. This is finished. People are moving in straight away. Straight away they're moving in there. So I'm assuming that's because we had some of these guys in here as well. That's now moving over. My goodness, there's so many of them. Well, let's move a bunch of them over there so that these guys can spread up into this one. Apparently it has to be within walking distance. So if we go there walking distance, all of those people can move into this building. So that's why that building is so useful for us. And it's got a pretty high quality, 92. Same as this one, 92. So people wouldn't mind moving in there. And it's almost full yet again. Almost full yet again. These buildings, wow, there's a lot of people. This one, not quite full yet. Wow, that's a lot of people. 550 people in those buildings. And the question is, do we have all the jobs and stuff for them? Some of the stuff that I do want to build still is like a TV station and so on. Slowly we're getting those built. But yeah, potentially we need to expand our resources for construction a little bit, our construction materials. So I'll just quickly go and pan down here and have a look. We've got probably tons of trains waiting. Let's sell one or two of these, make room. 450 or something like that. That's why, I mean, we can build anything we want now. There's so much here. What I should do is I should actually just pick up another train to actually go and pick up some. We'll do a brick chop-up train. How do we go about squeezing that in here, though? I think I know. All we do is we'll trim back these two. What we'll do is then I'm going to go ahead and tie in like so. Yeah, I think just like that's going to be fine. We'll put our chain signal in there. Do that, pay for all of this, that will work. Now all I need to do is make sure we can't do a signal there, but we can in fact do a signal like so, and make it a chain. There we go. So now we can get these guys to go out through here. So let's quickly get a train to do that for us. If we get in here, can we? I don't think we. This is okay. Hang on. If I move you, I can't actually move any of these. Okay. Anyway, let's sell one or two of these. Sell. I don't want to sell those because I'm going to use them. I'm going to sell this one. We're building so many of these now. Okay. Now let's buy. No. Let's buy ourselves the stuff that we need for the cargo wagon. It's going to be an open wagon for bricks. That's going to be this one. I think that's the best one for us. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 3 is, so they're not too long. Like 180 tons of bricks that it's going to move. 4. Should we do 4 instead? No, I think 3 is, yeah, let's do 4. 4 of them should be fine. Now, if we go to lines, I'm going to say add a new line. No, cancel that. Add a new train line. Always remember to do that. And I'm going to say this is the brick chop up. Brick chop up. Yeah, that's the name. The name of the game. What you're going to do is you're going to come here. You're going to load up fully. I'm not going to stop here because they're pretty close. I don't think I need us to stop over here. I'd rather we rush into here and top up the bricks. You know what? For the time being, let's just only run it up here. But the issue is, no, we can't just run it up there. We can't. Unless we build another storage. Or, yeah. We can't just run it up here. So anyway, come up all the way this way. Then drop that off. Then you work your way back down. Maybe one or two of these other ones. Do you have bricks? Everybody else has bricks. So the brick top up is really only for that one. Because no one else actually uses the bricks. Anyway, what we'll do is you'll pop in here. Where is it? Pop in here, drop off anything over there, and you will then come over there, drop off anything else over there, and then what then? Then you, yeah, maybe then you come in and you drop off anything over there, and just drop, and then you go where? Then you come back here. Yeah, I think that's fine. You don't need to go and sort that out. If you just do that run all the time, that's going to be fine. Yeah, so just going to go and drop off some bricks at our main storage facilities. Not this one. Okay, you're going to unload. And I want you to unload 100% all the time. So I want you to fill up wherever you're at. Save. Brick top up. Nice. Over here, give me this train. You're moving to the custom line, the brick top up. And you're off. Okay, perfect. Let's see how that goes. And then that's going to be the episode. There it goes. Going to load tons of bricks so that we can continue our construction in our glorious capital. Which, by the way, I would like a name for. It's currently called Lubinsk or something like that, but I wouldn't mind a name. If you're interested in offering up a name, please do so in the comments or leave it in the Discord or all those kind of things. And from there, we'll see about getting a cool name for our Soviet capital. Did you see this guy filling up? Man, 252 tons of bricks. Sticking that thing halfway. There we go, 252 tons of bricks moving around. Not bad. I think that this little tie-in here isn't too bad. It's not the best, but as long as that's not part of the main line, I don't mind that too much. Oh, excellent. Moving around there pretty smoothly. Oh, yeah, we've got tons of wood here still for the boards. And then moving in there and onto the main, well, part of what is now our main line. And running up there. Actually, these guys don't get, well, anyway, this train comes in and drops off any bricks. But see, the issue is this train has so little bricks, only 34 tons, and that's why bricks becomes a problem. So I want to split those into all of these, a prefab train, a brick train, and so on. They're just going to continuously spin around, dropping off the stuff that needs to be dropped off everywhere. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been awesome. I'm loving this game. The amount of stuff that we... there's definitely something wrong with this spot on the map. Look at that, huh? No even trees or anything. Can we plant trees here? But I digress. This area doesn't actually work. Not properly anyway. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm having so much fun. I hope you are having so much fun. If you are, hit that like button. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.